What's the darkest secret I discovered behind a dog's weird barking pattern? I never thought a dog's bark could keep me awake at night, let alone change the way I see love. But it began one night at exactly 2:03 a.m. My elderly neighbor's poodle started barking. Not the random restless yaps you'd expect, but a precise rhythm. 3 short barks, 3 long, 3 short again. Then silence. Exactly 90 seconds later, it would start all over. At first I thought it was just an annoying habit, but night after night the same pattern returned. So exact it felt like a clock striking the hour. Sometimes I even heard other dogs racing through my yard in the dark. My husband told me I was imagining things, but I couldn't let it go. Something about it felt intentional. I started recording the barking, and that's when the truth began to take shape. The patterns weren't random, they were too deliberate. Then one morning I found my vegetable garden destroyed. Paw prints pressed into the soil like a message I wasn't meant to miss. I stormed over to my neighbor Dorothy's house, only to find her confused, apologizing softly. She claimed she heard nothing at night. She took her hearing aids out before bed, but I knew she was lying. Her bedroom light always flicked on at exactly 2 o'clock. And Arthur's house, 3 doors down, lit up at the same time. One night, I decided to see for myself. I crept into the yard and peered through the fence. Dorothy stood at her window, holding up giant cards, and her dog barked in response. The rhythm matched the symbols on the cards. And then, from Arthur's house, another dog barked back. They were answering each other. It was a conversation, in Morse code. But before I could process it, Dorothy's daughter burst into the room. She yanked Dorothy away from the window, scolding her, dragging her like a child. The sight sent chills through me. Something was wrong in that house. The next day, when the daughter left, I did something reckless. I broke in, and what I found shook me. Locks on the outside of Dorothy's bedroom door, a disconnected phone hidden in a closet, and a book titled Morse Code for Beginners lying on the counter. She had taught her dog to communicate in code. That night, with a translator app, I finally deciphered the messages. What I read broke me. It wasn't a cry for help. It was love. Dorothy's dog barked. "My darling Arthur, are you there?" And Arthur's dog answered, "Always, my sweet Dorothy. I miss you. I love you." Their nightly exchanges were filled with longing, tenderness, the ache of 2 souls kept apart. Sometimes Arthur's dog even carried roses through my yard, delivering them like stolen gifts in the night. The next morning, I confronted Dorothy gently. She broke down in tears, begging me not to tell her daughter. And then she told me everything. She and Arthur had been high school sweethearts, torn apart by their families, forced into separate lives. Decades later, as widows, they found each other again by accident. But when their children discovered the romance, they forbade it. They threatened to lock them away in nursing homes and strip them of everything. So the 2 lovers, now in their 80s, used the only safe channel they had left, barking dogs in the dead of night. For a while, I helped them. I set up hidden video calls, let them meet secretly in my yard. I wanted to give them back some piece of the life that had been stolen from them. 3 months later, Dorothy passed away. At her funeral, Arthur's dog wouldn't stop barking. Sharp, broken cries that I couldn't ignore. I translated one last message. Wait for me. Wait for me. And in that moment, I realized even death couldn't silence their love.